kick out. That's what I have.
No, well, now Sheever's gone.
Wait, do you want me to go back? I have here.
We
One
need to
of the
somehow save
players
it.
got disconnected.
Yeah, reconnect.
I'm not. You're the only one that is not in, Owen.
No, the only one that's not in is you, Sheev. We're
But
voting.
I'm right here.
Okay, well, everyone press kick out. See what it does.
Don't kick me out.
Everyone press go to menu.
Go to menu. Perfect. We're done.
Is it?
We cleared it.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we
Don't
did.
have
Well,
go
we got to
to
get the
menu.
new mail bit first.
Oh, cash.
Well, stream don't see this.
We got a
Yeah,
new
we
Velvet,
gotta
guys.
we
It was
gotta
hype.
talk about Dota Gang. Come on. All right. So in case you missed it, forget anything else about how these two teams got here. The only thing you need to know is that the winner of this best of 3 will move to playoffs. The loser does not participate in the upcoming major by Starladder and Imba TV. And we don't have sound, by the way. And it is a Lich Magnus. PA obviously first banned. And Insania's Oracle banned.
Yeah.
We saw Alliance win yesterday. It was a 2-0 when they had against OG. But they did get PA both games. They got Oracle as well, which Insania was insane on. And Dazzle Brew picked up first by Alliance.
Brew actually is the second highest win rate in Dota right now, or at least in these qualifiers, rather, behind PA. It's about 70%. And
This hero is insane. Like
Yeah.
you can play it
It's
from position
any
1
position.
to 5, do whatever you want
the
with the
change
hero.
to the E as well made him so much better in the early laning phase. You actually have like a gank potential at level 2 because you just brawl in, get 3 crits and a clap, and 400, 500 damage.
This is an interesting ban. They banned out Axe, and the Alliance have Dazzle.
Also, you guys,
That's
I don't
true.
know why Europe doesn't know this. I probably should have messaged my boys on Alliance, but
What?
so there's an interaction that NA was abusing yesterday,
Oh, yeah?
Darkseer, Spirit Breaker, because Spirit Breaker charged.
No, well, we were
Kyle.
we did this in CIS.
Oh, he wasn't,
wasn't
there
there.
on
Oh,
the
you
first
weren't
day.
there,
All
sorry.
right.
Me and Lacoste had a game where we were just like
Yes. It was
waiting for them to do it all game.
They didn't do it?
It,
They didn't do
it
it.
happened once.
They
but
did
we
it
They
didn't
never
once,
used it.
and
It
JJ
is
missed
They
it.
didn't use
OP.
it. Yeah, they didn't use it.
You ion
The end
shell.
of
They did it literally once in the whole
Okay,
game.
so
Yeah.
real quick,
Sorry.
the movement speed cap was removed.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
way
we know.
it works,
It
yeah,
speeds the charge.
you literally speed the charge with an ion shell.
Yeah.
It does 36% of your move speed and damage, and it's like a 400, 500 damage nuke at minute 8, and no one's using it. It's like
CIS used it.
it's
and they
so
lost.
broken. It's so
They
broken.
lost.
They didn't use it.
They
They
tried.
didn't use
No,
it right.
CIS didn't use. They weren't doing it right. They did.
They
They
tried.
literally did it. They surged the Spirit Breaker when he was charging like once in the whole game. They
Yeah.
weren't trying to do it.
But I can't believe nobody's done it because it's broken. What was that?
What was that?
Malbits.
That was a replay.
Oh, can we?
No, let it go, JJ. I just
JJ is
so
so
I
bitter.
also ruined it though. No.
No, but she also messed it up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
All right, good ban by OG. They banned out the Rubik. I found Rubik to be even better Magnus, especially just concerning RP. Felt like a couple of times Magnus just goes in and then Rubik lands a better RP.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that sort
Yeah.
of instant cast
Yeah.
is so nice with RP. It's just like it's impossible to play against. See, you never expect it. You've got to be so quick-witted to sort of worry about the Rubik coming in with a stolen RP. Like it just always it happens so fast. It's so hard for the teams to react to if a good play comes in. Let's see. Well, what did
What?
you do?
Why?
They're not angry.
Oh, the first 3 bans are very.
They're not Twitch.
exciting.
Let me have the what your definition of Twitch chat being angry is. Literally nobody getting angry. No one. Literally one guy. There's one guy in the chat.
Just
Like
ban
one-
that guy.
Like everyone
that one
else,
guy that was
Melbit Worlds is the game.
discussion. It's really disrespectful. You disgraced the name of Tom Cruise, Owen, and now you cover our draft stream, you mother. Yeah. So I love this Pugna pick. We saw this hero in NA. I saw it in NA. I stayed up late, and it's just super solid. Now that it's being run as a 2, obviously OG Thompson popularized this hero in the first place. But late game, having the peel like a 6-second cooldown on an E blade, effectively, just to use that defensively, is super strong. When the enemy team has no method of purge, which is very rare nowadays.
We're lacking some cores, by the way. Which other cores are good with Magnus other than PA? I mean, Troll comes to mind, but we haven't really seen a Troll at all.
I don't know what to feel about the new Troll. It feels like a meme spell. His new ulti. You can't die.
Have we actually seen anyone play Troll?
No.
No.
Like that was right. No. I think the one where we've seen more of Magnus is Slark, and Slark's still in the pool. I think
Yeah,
Slark.
Slark can get out of anything. He can
Slark could be
dispel
good
every
this game.
single thing. So it's so far looking like a good
I
Slark
like Slark.
game.
Yeah, Slark Magnus is nice.
How do you beat Pugna in a lane?
You don't really. You can outlast it, but at the same time, you have the highest int game in Dota, and you just spam Qs.
Why did they ban out Monkey King? That
Because they have mag.
OG's turn to pick.
And then they'll go for
Wow.
Shadow Fiends
Oh, that.
themselves.
You want to ask? You want to ask how to
You
beat
like-
Pugna in lane? Shadow
okay.
Fiend is excellent. You can pretty much ignore the decrep, and your nuke
True,
damage
you're
just
still able to
blasts him.
CS. Yeah.
It's like a 450. Triple nuke kills Pugna at level 3,
But
like
it is
straight
an
up.
SF. It's
It is pretty.
I was
Without
not
a clockwork
convinced
this time.
by
No,
Shadowfiend in the previous
like last
game.
previous game, right? He was previous game. It was in previous game Alliance play. He was
Yeah.
a Shadow Fiend with a clockwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still like,
It's
and
still
he
lost.
he got his items in the lane.
And that clockwork.
But then
was
what
real
does he
good
do?
too.
Like, this game he's gonna probably have to build BKB first, and then what's gonna happen?
This is a free
Anti-Mage
anti-mage game. They
It's
have
cheeky.
no
Like,
control.
there's come on, anti-mage Magnus.
AM is one of the big counters to Brewmaster, and because Brew wants to take fights and has no stun, and as an anti-mage you're just not threatened by him, and then late game you can kill the Storm Panda very easily, kill the Fire Panda very easily. Great synergy with the Magnus. You have Lich to defend him in lane, and Pugna's perfect as this like 2 position, because you're not very greedy. You're just going to push creep waves, ignore the jungle, and take towers too if you're left alone. So these heroes just complement each other. I think we saw EG play this yesterday, actually.
And cast point on Crystal Maiden's Frostbite against anti-mage.
Yeah.
You can just see the animation. Same goes for Panda Split.
You Manta dodge. SF, you can sort of deal with this AM when the Hex build was more popular. You'd see like Shadow Fiends go Shadow Blade, BKB, Hex, and you can still do that and hit a timing to win, but going high ground into Lich Mag Pugna, that's just already a big challenge.
They need some kind of a control on OG. Earth Spirit would be really nice.
What's
You
the
can
last
just easily
ban on
roll on
Alliance?
Shadowfiend. Also, they need some AoE control, some kind of a
Invoker.
silence
No,
for
that's not-
Brewmaster.
I don't think that's the ban. I feel like OG could easily even go like a Chen or Prophet here, just to secure the laning phase.
So Alliance don't think the Pugna will be Topson Pugna.
I guess not, but I feel like it's probably.
Like, surely it's absolutely going to be Topson
Yeah.
Pugna.
Slark ban coming out from
So-
OG.
I mean, we did say we liked Slark. It's just a strange ban here because AM is typically a really hard counter to Slark.
Well, no, I was saying I like Slark with the Magnus lineup,
Yeah.
but then that was before they picked AM, and
Well, it's really good
But-
against Magnus too because you can. Queue
that's
off
true.
the
Yeah, you
RP.
can get out of the RP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good against
Uh,
Pugna too. You just find him. You can queue off the decrep.
yeah. I don't know why they're banning Invoker. I mean, Topson's playing Pugna, Seb's playing Magnus. I mean, that seems a wasted ban.
You could theoretically do Pugna 3 and Mag 4. Seen that a couple times.
No, sure, but this is OG. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
I
they're
agree.
always going to play it in this way. I mean, maybe they'll prove me totally wrong here and not
I
pick
think
something
you
else.
just go
But
for your Jarek's hero, and it could be a bunch of different things. I think you just want some sort of easy stun.
I mean, I think the
like
Earth Spirit
cheap
was a good
stun.
shout. Was it?
Yeah, I
Earth
think
Spirit.
it's going to
Yeah.
be Earth Spirit.
Having that instant silence against the Dazzle, the Brew.
Yeah,
It's
I could
really
see.
nice.
I could see a Sand King as well. There's just a roaming stun, really, because Pugna, especially against a Shadow Fiend mid, you have so much kill threat. If you just have something that can stun on top of your decrep, set up for a blast drain combo.
Yeah. Yeah, any of these sort of playmakers for Jax.
Yeah, we want to see the bracket.
We know the bracket.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah. So of course, winner of this series goes on to play Liquid. I think right after
Yes.
in the playoffs, and then Vega TFT to play Secret. NIP, of course, already
Yeah.
being eliminated
Yeah.
by Vega 2-1 yesterday.
And
Yeah.
Vega TFT is going on at the same time right now as
Radiant
well.
team pick.
And the first round
As
of
a
this
Jax slot work,
will
right?
be,
Yeah.
I like it.
It does the
Second
job that you're
series.
saying.
That's cool. That's really
Lycan,
cool. This Lycan hero with the new Howl
Yeah.
gives all the Brewlings damage. It just looked incredible yesterday. I watched the new Envy stack beat Complexity. 2-0'd them, but it was heavy outdrafts. They ran this crazy Lycan Beastmaster push lineup and took Iraq's at literally 12 minutes. And that's the sort of style Alliance is going to look to utilize here, where they can just kill the Pugna and just go hard. And I like this decision to put Qualifier on Lycan.
I don't
like
like
Shadow Fiend.
I don't like Lycan because you have nothing to control the team fight with besides the Brewmaster. And look at the Lycan's targets. He can't go on Magnus Skewer. He can't go on Pugna the Cripify.
I mean,
Anti-Mage is going to blink
It's
out.
all about the buildings,
But this is a very good point from the you have no stun against an anti-mage.
Yes. Well, you're not looking to play that game.
You have the primal
Alliance-
split and the frostbite, but the control against an anti-mage. Like, how are you going to gank
And
this
other
hand?
4 heroes just can't really die to Lycan if they
theory-
use their spells correctly.
No, the theory is you're just going to try and Rax by 20 minutes. Like,
Okay.
Alliance is
You
straight
just
up
build
going to
up
play a
and just-
game. They're going to hit a Necro HOD timing on Lycan.
Yeah.
Their SF's going to have a BKB and an Aegis, and they're going to look to just go.
All right, I love
It's
the
also Core
Core
Dazzle, which is crazy sick against an anti-mage because you
Ooh.
just crush him in the laning phase.
Okay,
And
yeah,
a Lich,
I like that approach.
a clock is very susceptible to you because you're very low armor. My concern is if I'm OG, I think you just try lane here, and the clock is great for that because you just slaughter these supports.
I wouldn't be surprised if Anti-Mage gets Vanguard first item in this game, especially if he has a great start. He's going to have Empower from Magnus and a lot of physical damage from Lycan, also Dazzle, so he can just block all that damage.
Yeah. I mean, we do have to remember that obviously yesterday, results, Alliance, 2-0'd OG.
Yeah.
As a team, they just played together much better.
They did have
and
a
OG
PA.
even in games where they sort of had a better draft, arguably, I guess, we didn't give the PA pick the power of the heroes. No, no
I mean,
credit
Alliance
deserved.
could finish the game early if Lycan has a great start. Also, it's a core Dazzle, so I'm wondering if he's going to buy Necrobook as well. With the cooldown reduction, you can almost have it on
Yeah.
perma.
And also the Howl gives damage and stuff to those little minions too. And that was partly why that draft yesterday worked so well, because Beastmaster Lycan, much like I think Dazzle Lycan here, will hit a double Necro timing, and you just walk up high ground. And there really isn't too much wave clear on the side of there kind of is, though. They have Pugna.
They got Pugna.
They got Lich Armor on
They
the
got Blast.
tower.
They got
Rocket.
Shockwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's decent.
They got
Deep push.
decent high ground defense.
But no, it's
Dazzle
just-
does provide sustain in that.
Yeah.
They can
department.
jump in on the back lines with the clockwork as well if they want to.
yeah.
That's something OG's always good about, is they try and make sure that they always have some form of non-blink dagger initiation. And it's usually Jarek's hero. The Earth Spirits, the clocks. It's cool. I think both teams have a concept, but I agree I would favor OG just because...
But they did
it's
lose. I
comfort.
mean, well, you think it really was all the PA sort of yesterday in
In
that
a way,
series? It was
the
from the
Alliance-
Alliance's standpoint.
Alliance wasn't on a clock.
Yeah.
OG was in their previous series, whereas this game, I think we'd all agree that Alliance has all the need to make things happen, assuming they don't absolutely crush the anti-mage in the laning phase.
I feel like Lich is going to have a great time against Lycan with the bounce, Brewlings, if Dazzle gets the Necrobook as well. OG's lineup's going to be...
because Boxy disconnected, by the way,
All right.
and he just... It felt like he just reconnected in, so I just think we just heard the unpausing sound, right? So that's why we are a little bit delayed with getting the game started.
Predictions.
I think OG got this.
Yeah, I know Alliance beat OG yesterday, but they had a PA, and I really don't think Shadow Fiend is a playable hero. So I'd have to go OG. They have they have Magnus plus a very relevant melee meta carry.
I'm going to go for OG if they itemize correctly and they survive when Anti-Mage is the most vulnerable around 20-minute mark, and the Alliance can't put the amount of pressure at that point. I feel like OG is just going to take this game.
Y'all are hating. My boys in Alliance are going to crush this game. Mickey Shadow Fiend is going to go a minimum of 10-0. And you're all going to look so dumb. I can't wait.
How much money does he want to put on it? He wants to put money on
I'm
it.
not allowed to bet on games, okay? I'm a
that is actually
respectable analyst.
Our integrity is forefront.
Exactly.
Yes.
Michael, it does
However-
look like more pain for especially emerging markets in this part of the world.
What? Why were you
Hello?
hearing
What are you doing?
a German accent?
JJ, what are you watching?
He's watching some German
Listening
stuff.
to CNN. What?
Yeah.
All right. So I will,
What did you
however,
watch, JJ?
I will throw down if
Why?
we want to put money on Chimp Party later. You know what I'm saying? A Chimp Party minigame session.
What we got?
I'm saying I put down 1,000 euros. I beat Lacoste. 10-1 odds.
On the party game.
On
Oh.
another
On
minigame
Chimp Party.
session.
Oh, I'm in.
Shit.
1,000? Are you kidding?
It's like taking money from a baby.
What?
I still didn't receive any payments from you.
Well, we haven't finished the cast. Got a long week. So yeah, I think we'll see an OG tri-lane. Most likely into this bottom lane. They love planting Seb in the safe lane in certain scenarios. I'm surprised to see Boots first on the Brewmaster.
Oh yeah, especially against. Oh, they're swapping lanes. Antimage is gonna be bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is ideal. It's much easier to swap
Yeah,
out of the
I
enemy.
mean, you wanted
offlaner.
this tri lane, right? Didn't you?
Yeah.
From OG.
The
Yeah.
thing is, if you safe lane, tri lane, and lose, swapping is pretty impossible because you're just gonna walk into a over-leveled enemy offlaner. If
They're
you
going.
do off lane, you can always just go safely into the easy your easy lane if necessary.
Oh, nice play from Qualifier. He just summoned the wolves to share some of the damage and that he doesn't get perma-stunned by battery assault. So this Panda is gonna need to rotate bottom. This is what OG did in the first game yesterday. Tri-land at the start. They wanna have a 1 versus 1 matchup. Even though if they leave it, Dazzle is just gonna destroy Magnus.
Especially Core Dazzle. This is actually such an insane lane for Boxy, and I'm so cool. It's so cool seeing this. I mean, everyone knows this Alliance lineup comes like straight from Han, and the Core Dazzle was a big part of the meta for 3-4 years.
What was Dazzle's name?
Demented Shaman. He's actually my favorite hero. It's just, you're so strong in the laning phase. You've got a great level 10 talent, 60 damage, or maybe it's 75 now. Yeah, 75. It was buffed twice. And in addition, your Q now is just being AoE. It's so powerful, especially when you consider how many minions are on the side of Alliance.
And he's gonna have a Crystal Maiden aura as well.
So you can just spam Q and E. And how does a mag who's trying to last it within power?
He can't
Prevent
get
heal
close. Every time
damage.
he gets close, he's gonna get Q and he's gonna get the Shadow Bomb.
Yep.
Shadow Heal Wave Bomb. Back to you, Owen. Hype it up.
Yeah. What's going on? So I am. He's going to get free farm. It's got some pretty nice stuff going on him.
I saw Miracle yesterday go 0-1-1 on AM, and I was very sad.
0-1.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the new counter
Yo-
spell.
He also
The
didn't
new
counterspell.
counterspell.
He got roared in the face and didn't counterspell it. No, it was tilted. Like
Ah.
literally walked up in vision and roared him. This is very much a skill hero at the moment. It can make or break an entire team fight just based on whether you hit that button in time. Oh my
Oh,
god.
God. What?
Yeah, well,
I mean, he had a clap.
Wait,
He could have killed him there.
why didn't he clap earlier? Well,
No.
yeah, but only at the end of it.
And missed.
Yeah.
what a balanced hero.
Did he? He did have clap available. Yeah.
Oh, Booston's in trouble.
Oh.
Booston's in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
He's dead.
dead.
One
What?
crit.
Yeah,
Counter spell ain't gonna save
and
you from
by
being
the way-
smacked
That's how it
in
works.
the face.
Those of you at
What?
home wondering why Brewmaster has 70-something% win, that's why,
That-
folks.
Who got the first blood?
Taiga, he crit him twice.
Well,
What's our mid lane doing though? We haven't even touched on it. Looks pretty even.
trading. Pretty much what you said. You know what the SF doesn't mind this lane from far. Decrepify doesn't slow him down.
Again, Arcane Aura helps Shadowfin
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
because he relies on just landing those raises. Even if Pugna wins the lane. I mean, once Pugna hits level 6 and someone rotates, it's a kill on Shadowfin. There's no way he's living.
This is just like kind of stolen straight out of the secret playbook. They love this CM third pick with the 3 cores that love playing in separate lanes, and your other support. You're just free to rotate on your supports, and everyone can farm. So even though we went Boots first on Taiga, no mangoes, he can stay on map just because of that aura.
Oh, there we go. Giving some of the old crits. Dobson will be there though.
God.
Dobson
my-
can help him out. Quick blast, but the power of the brew.
And the raindrop.
Frog.
I do like the
Frog.
Lich. I don't get why he's not picked more, because that didn't just look super strong. Like, how are you gonna kill him? How are you gonna run away from him? You can't do either.
Some of the spells look way stronger than they actually are.
Okay, fair enough. I guess the effect is pretty
Yes.
strong.
I was gonna say, where's the SF? This could have been a kill.
His third spell should have a bash as well.
Yeah, I agree. Or at least a slow. Like, just a crit, like only bonus damage. That's bullshit. Tusk gets a 75% move slow, and damage to his allies. That
Jerax could be in
Jerax's
trouble.
dead.
Yeah,
He's got the
He's
poison.
dead.
He has
Yeah.
way
But,
too low armor.
Poison touch just get refreshed on him.
No kills missed here,
I
as
didn't even need
JJ
that
catches
attack.
them all.
Yeah.
And 2 kills for Alliance, indeed.
I love Core Dazzle against Clock versus support because you're strong enough that you don't really fear his Q spam, and he has no armor. You just hit him.
I mean, so yeah, it's just so much better this way. It's not great to play Core Brew into a clock. Like,
Yep.
It just ruins the hero. So the way the Alliance changed that was perfect.
I mean, even though Alliance got the 3 kills, the lanes of OG are doing actually quite okay.
Well, the Antimage is free farming. Seb is he's I think he's doing better than we thought he would on that
Yeah.
top lane. He's crushing it in far
And
against the Core
surely,
Dazzle. He's
if,
not having any issue at all.
if we're saying that Alliance is on a clock, things being fairly even is going to be in OG's favor. I feel like Alliance, they would have to crush the lanes way harder.
Oh, it's still
right?
super early. Is it? We're only 6
Sure,
minutes
sure,
in.
sure.
So Alliance can still hit the
Hit the timer.
yeah.
And Thompson's still easily the best in the world at utilizing those hero voice lines. No one else even on his level. Get another rune. He's actually shoving waves mid very effectively. Always ensuring he has rune control. Got lucky twice in a row though, as Taiga has been camping that bot rune.
I mean, Magnus is doing surprisingly well in the top lane. He's second on the CS chart. Oh.
This is really great positioning from Thompson. That's the second time he's played on the opposite high ground and then bought himself the space to run up this direction.
He's gonna kill Crystal Maiden.
Yep, he is indeed.
This is really just great positioning, utilizing the new high ground as well. Very underrated aspect of playing mid is just where are you playing?
Oh, he didn't go for a raise.
What the hell?
Oh, this double damage rune is definitely helping Thompson out.
Frog.
He's not.
Oh, one
still
for
gets
one.
a kill though.
Well played.
Look at the amount of gold he got. 229 for 450.
Nice work.
Hey, can we go to
460.
net worth? Why did Thompson get 500 double the gold? I guess it's because he's sharing it with the brew, but still,
The difference.
how does that
is,
make any sense?
It
Alright,
still
whatever.
doesn't.
Yeah, no comment.
No, it's because as you say, he's sharing it with the brew.
I guess, but
So like, well, Thompson gets 400, but the
500 almost.
the other way around it's 200, but then he also gets 100 on top of that, and then 100 goes to the brew. So it works out similar. Like he's getting more than just 200.
Oh, did they know about the mechanic? It doesn't stop Pugna's drain.
Yeah, this is a new change. Oh, sorry. The immobilize effect no longer interrupts channeling abilities. This is one of the changes.
Sometimes you gotta read a patch if you want to play pro, even if you want to play pubs. It's hard to get you. I'm kidding. It's hard to get used to some of the new mechanics because some of them were not changed for a decade, basically.
Oh my gosh. It's so hard to body block in the new forest.
He's got stick.
Oh.
He's got stick, and he's going to be able to run again in a second.
He can stick
Yeah,
clap.
I think he's fine. He can run again in a second.
So much time wasted.
Yeah, they're not going to kill
Tranquil
this.
Boots is
They're not going
ready.
to kill this. Like this is so You can't kill the brew like that. He's out of there. Easy for Tiger.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He doesn't have to go heal ever.
Yeah, you just have tranquils and CM aura hanging out. I like the support brew in this game, but Tiger's going to need to have a massive impact. And look at this. As always, Seb says, why would I buy a blink? I'm just going to get tanky, buy these teamfight items, and slow down your push. And as soon as they get a Crimson
Look at
Guard...
Thompson.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He tipped him while sucking him.
Usually you wait till
Usually
after.
wait.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Wait. Why would you tip them? That's the wrong way around.
Let's
What?
focus.
What are you on about?
Depends on what you're into. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gonna skewer away. Yeah, you can already see like the combination of the Frost Armor and the Crimson Guard is going to make Tower so hard for Alliance to pressure. And they, again, don't have a real way to threaten Pycat around the map. He's going to be able to cut waves constantly. And
Oh, no,
no,
not
a little
again.
bit too early.
The suck. The power of the suck.
Jarex went back for a moment. I think if he didn't go to the right side, they would have got him.
Well, he got the HOD up. That's nice.
So what is Anti-Mage building in this game?
He's got to go back.
Is it going Battle Fury? I think he should.
I think you can just get it.
Let's get the Battle Fury. Thompson continuing to get these solo kills.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very dead.
Points in grave.
Nice, Pugner's taken over the game pretty quickly. So he's able to make it back. Jarex can pick up the tone.
It's looking more and more tough for Alliance to get their timing right.
I just want to see what can they do with this SF, because at the moment it's struggling. Thompson is just bullying the heck out of Mickey. Anytime he turns up into lane, he just nukes him right back to base.
It all comes down to the failed rotations. So twice Tiger comes mid to try and he
can't
might
split.
just be dead here. Yeah.
They have the damage there.
Oh,
Not
he
quite,
takes a
not
lot of
quite.
damage in
Alright,
return.
Alliance bringing him
Such a
back
huge
up.
rotation. They have no
Four-man
stuns.
rotation. How are they gonna stop him? That's the problem with Alliance's lineup. Who's gonna stop them?
They have absolutely no stuns, and Pycat can just play with complete confidence.
Draft stuns win game.
And this is the crazy thing, is that not only is AM going to have a free game, but the Pugna clock can just play together forever. And there's no real... Oh, my God. Hey, and there's no way to threaten them. They have a Brewmaster support. He's completely countered by clock. They have no real initiation tools. And
Oh, Dazzle just got a level from that creep wave, or he didn't even use the grave there?
he
Not
just
sure.
got the level.
He must have. We're giving the benefit of the doubt.
He
He
was
must
zero-
have just got the level.
Yeah, this is just not a play. Like that's their initiation. Is Tiger's going to run in?
Well,
and
what was
try
he
his
planning
best.
there? He's gonna have to use his grave.
No, he's fine.
not
He's got
careful.
stick. He's got stick chance.
Don't want to come too close to Thompson.
I feel like their lineup is gonna fall off so quickly. Once again, we're gonna see a Shadow Fiend. He didn't have that much of an influence
Nice
in
dodge.
the
Alright, here we
previous
go, Lions.
series as well.
We'll send Thompson up. Mickey's going to be there with the damage to offer up. Looking for Thompson.
battery
Thompson.
assault!
Oh! Does die. They get him with the heal bomb. Big plays for Alliance. They get both of them. Thompson's dead.
Yep, that was just a bit of a miscue. If he was playing topside on the hill, he would have been able to buy space for Jarex to push the brew away, but that hook, had it landed, would have done the same. Unfortunate, but I again, just this is the best way to play this sort of style, and OG proves time and time again that people that buy these like blink daggers right away are just wrong. You go for the raw stats. You don't need any initiation. You'll trust Jarex for that, and you just shove lanes, invest in stats and the ability to stay on map, and then later in the game buy those initiation tools, if even at all.
I feel like tier 1 teams always pick an off-laner most of the time that can build into Guardian Greaves, Crimson Guard, Pipes, and just group up all these strong team fight items instead of just having some weak-ass hero that doesn't do anything. Especially if you itemize, as you mentioned. Like, if you go for a Blink Dagger, you miss your spell, let's say, miss an RP, hit one guy, suddenly the fight is over.
Yep, the blink only is worthwhile if the superior positioning lands you some massive damage, but
That hook
doesn't
did
help you
hit.
farm creeps.
Tiger. Unlikely to get away. Gets pulled back by the fear. Does get Grave. Young see Seb jumping on the back lines. Get the RP just onto Boxy though. Dazzle. Pick up once more. The blast continuing to bring him down low, but not quite low enough. Boxy's still alive for now. Pycat is trying to chase the backliners, but he doesn't have the control or damage to bring any of them down, as Alliance actually end up getting everybody out of there.
Impressive.
You take that.
Yeah.
I like the move though from OG because it forces Alliance back, and they're still very confident that if they can just keep the game even, preserve the status quo, eventually their draft just becomes superior. So in that sense, it's better to use the cooldowns and just kind of acquire map control. You can see AM already threatening the tier 2 bottom, and here comes an Alliance smoke towards top, but is that really going to affect the game?
Radiant structures.
OG should just try to split push as much as possible. Try make something happen, force Alliance to make a rotation because they don't have the best catch, maybe force a Brew ulti, and then they can take a fight if they want to. I mean, right now, Alliance, when they group up, they're way stronger, so we can see OG just playing different part of the map. They're trying not to take a full 5 versus 5.
Is there a way for Alliance to force out a full 5 versus 5, considering that they have the stronger 5-man lineup right now?
They just need to group up, but Pugna's doing such a good job just being on a different side of the map, pressuring the towers, shouting out the waves.
He can fight 2 versus 1, apparently.
I see the other 3 of Alliance trying to make a go-ahead. Jarex to slow them down momentarily with the cogs. Tiger trying to chase Jarex with the Frost Shield. He cannot get close enough to do any more damage. So Alliance for taking these split-up fights. Thompson. He's looking for action. He's going to have the drain back up in a second. He gets himself up on the high ground.
He is no threat. You can't stun him.
He
They
is
have no
so
stuns.
speedy.
Tranquils. And I like this a lot. Going for a Blink Dagger. Look at him.
And Tiger's still hunting. They know that he's in the trees, but
He might get him.
well, what does he do?
Run, Thompson. Oh, what does he do? Oh, places the ward.
With the ult, they can have the control that they need. I'll use the primal split.
Oh,
Throw him up there.
Thompson.
So much time for his anti-mage as well. This is why I didn't like and pick at all. Like, he can't play against the Clockwork Pugna with the Decrypify. They can just easily go away.
AM took tier 2 bottom and farmed a Battle Fury in all that time that it felt like Alliance literally just chased people around the map. Yeah, you find a Pugna, but heard Blitz use this during the NA coverage, this term empty kill. That's exactly what that is. Sure, you're going to be able to collect the tier 1 mid, but Pugna kill doesn't really set you up for this, as you could have done it at any point. And he's going to respawn before you take a key objective like the tier 2. And it doesn't give you time for Roche, which is really what Alliance needs.
Crimson Lich armor.
You can't push that.
Rocket.
Radiant Courier killed by Pycat, and it looks like actually
cutting the
OG
wave.
is going for it.
Jarex is coming in with a wraparound. They jump forward. They get the RP onto 2.
Where's
7
the
no
Lich
turn, but
ulti?
do they have the damage? Freezing Field will come out. A Chain Frost as well, bouncing between Alliance.
Oh,
Bringing
shit.
them low, but Mickey gets the double, gets the triple. As he
Wait,
will fall, but he brings down 3 members of OG with him.
did anti-mage just blink on top of Shadowfin?
Of the Requiem?
Yeah.
Yes. That was...
I want to see
Wait,
that.
did he?
I think
Yeah.
he did. He used ulti
I
on,
thought that
on
was going to
grade
be the
heroes.
Zapdos
Did he just
for
jump on
Alliance.
it?
Yeah.
No, he did.
JJ?
Look at that. JJ?
JJ, please.
JJ, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Wait.
So the
So-
walk-in RP, my favorite, on 2. That's more heroes than I see most Blink RPs.
So Mickey's requieming, and
then
then
he
Pycat
jump-
jumps in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He actually got one shot by
He
that
actually
Requiem.
just got one shot, and he jumped
Yeah.
straight on top of him. Oh no.
That was the one thing he
Oh,
couldn't do.
No.
And that was the one thing that Alliance needed to have a good shot at getting still their peak at the right time.
Oh dear.
Slowing down Pycat ever so slightly might just be enough.
Yeah, but the thing is also it slows down their draft as well. And if OG is going to lose the AM but trade tempo, I'm sure they're still okay with that. It doesn't really affect the game state. And I would say that every minute that passes is a couple more percent points favoring OG. And we would
What was
check.
the win probability? Though?
We would check Owen, but we can't because
JJ, you said you
JJ
want to get it.
JJ 's a
JJ,
cheap.
doesn't have Dota
You get a
Plus.
free-
He's gonna get it. Buy it.
No, no, no,
Buy
you-
it. Buy
JJ,
it.
you got-
Yeah. Yes.
You got a free
Gaben.
month from having
Yes.
Artifact.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, you get a free month, don't you?
Yeah.
finally.
You just have to
Oh.
play a Dota game.
Oh.
Oh, there you
yes.
go.
Opa.
Oh yes, Gaben.
You gotta
Oh
bind
my
it first.
God.
You gotta,
we'll have
you
it for
gotta-
game 2.
We'll have it for
folks.
game
Game
2.
two.
I'm
We'll
sorry
have it for
for
game
the
2.
folks at home.
Get started. Oh.
Hurry up, we're missing the game.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
yeah.
quick.
Hey!
Woohoo!
And you can already see, look at OG.
Look at that.
That is crazy. 90% win in a game like this. That just demonstrates, you know,
Anti-Mage Magnus.
Anti-Mage Magnus, indeed.
And top.
Dota Plus just loves some of the combos of heroes.
Yeah.
I really like Pugna in this new hyper carry meta. I feel like it's so valuable now that people have learned the proper way to itemize and play the hero. It's a total glass cannon, but
Sad. Yeah. I have a
We've got
question.
Gyarados coming over. Do they have any stuns?
Being out.
Nope.
They don't have any stuns.
No stuns, Dota. I have a question. Why does Anti-Mage still have first item Battle Fury if he has a Magnus on
You
his
still
team?
want it.
It's
You still
just
want
so
it.
much
It just
damage.
does so much efficiently.
Right.
And it stacks perfectly with the Empower, so you just effectively have 100% cleave. And it's just the most like gold per farming speed item in the game.
He doesn't care. He can be at the
Yeah.
tier 3 tower 20 minutes in with no Manta style because they have no stuns.
And I think that it's one of those heroes, and this is part of the reason we see a lot more Agi carries coming back. You can replace a lot of your build up with just 3 or 4 Wraith Bands.
They're off the mark here for Jax. They do have the Frost Shield, but Tiger's got the Drunken Brawler movement speed. He's out of there, he's fine. They won't be able to lock down the Brewmaster.
If they can force any kind of action from Alliance to show on the map, just give Anti-Mage more time. He needs a Manta style, and I guess he's gonna go for a Basher as a third item, maybe build into Vanguard just to be a little bit more tanky.
Nah.
And look at Mag. He
All the auras.
he has Vlad's.
No stuns. Yep, this is the dream. This is what I love to see from Seb. You get the blink,
Yep.
but you get it after you've already secured the farm that makes you relevant. And it's just so much for your team. That represents 6 armor and 50 damage block for a 12-second period in team fights.
Meme
Those
hammer
items.
on Pug now.
Wait, is it 60 damage block? Holy crap. It's even better than I thought it was. Yeah. Yep. 6 armor is 30% more EHP. That's 60 damage block on top of that. You do the math.
No.
Hook shot onto Lich.
They got a lot of minus armor and a lot of slap from Tiger. Wrap around from Mickey. Finds the Lich. Double kill
Alright,
for the SF.
alright.
Alliance getting a good wrap around. Fantastic positioning from Mickey.
They needed that desperately. Love this fresh Empower on the Anti-Mage before Seb TP'd.
They're going to have to bring someone back on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's
And
gonna
just
press
so
the
much
base.
damage.
You got to do something about this as Pycat. He's in on the base. They can look to try and trade.
Pug now with Arcane Rune.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, Thompson.
He blinked
what?
in.
Thompson.
What?
He blinked in. He blinked
Whoops.
in. He
Whoops.
chose. He tilted. He just-
Thompson choked. Thank God he waited till after
Whoa.
TI. But in the meantime, Podcat, he's going to take a Rax all by himself.
All right.
Can't blink on Mag now. Split is used, but no one's defending the base. This
So-
is a 1-for-1 trade.
It's a 1-for-1 trade.
And Clogs.
Ja-
Look at
Jack's
his
gonna catch the
positioning. He wants to
TPs.
stop the TPs.
Oh, we get the SF. That's a big catch. He catches Mickey. Mickey does have the BKB though. Alliance can look to try and turn. They can
They
try and
RP'd
fight
him,
this.
but it won't do
Moving
anything.
towards Seb. Seb skewers away one. The Chain Frost is bouncing around, but it goes back up to the creeps. Tiger is still alive. He'll get feared back, dragged back by the Lich.
Thompson
but they kill
die-backed.
Thompson. Thompson is dead, taken out by Qualifier. Seb trying to get himself back up towards the base. Boxy's outside. Pycat has turned up to the fight. Be able to kill her for second. They'll look towards Quafer, blocking him off, slowing him down with that frost shield provided by the Lich.
Jesus.
Pycat will
Frog,
turn
frog.
up and keep
Frog.
things safe for OG as he picks up the triple kill.
Jesus, what flawless play from Pycat there. Gets the Rax, TP's in. Huge mana void on Boxy that nearly kills Mickey. Blinks in, finishes him off, gets 3 kills. Now they walk straight to Roche. And OG, you traded Raxes, sure, but you win a fight decisively. Thompson feeds, but who cares? That's an Aegis on your Anti-Mage, and he's going to go Scotty next time. Holy shit, he finished
Scotty and
Manta
Frost
with
armor.
2,500 left to spare. But really, is any item as valuable
Look at
as
OG's
No-Tail
position here,
Frost
making
armor?
sure that there's no chance they can get anywhere near the pit.
They might get Tiger here
Jax?
too.
Well, these two don't have the damage to kill Tiger. Jarax himself may be in
Ooh.
a little bit of a danger as Tiger will look to chase. Boxy's there with the backup. Jarax
He's
able to
just
hook
buying
shot
time.
himself back to safety.
Oh, Pycat's here.
Pycat ready to turn up for the fight, jumps forward, gets held in place for now, but he's able to man start it off, looks towards Tiger, quick
Nice
force from
grave.
Grave, keeps Tiger alive. As OG teeping away, Jarax won't make it though. The summons kill him off. They'll look towards Pycat. Pycat has the counter spell, but they wait until the counter spell ends. He's still able to blink off.
Oh, that was nicely done by Koikwa. He took over the golem just to stun him, but not long enough.
He's going to go for Abyssal instead. I think that's fine here. Because you just kill the Dazzle before he can Grave in one bash.
He has enough slow once No-Tail uses Frost Armor, also double damage.
Yeah.
on the top.
Watching games like this makes me want to play carry. So nice to be in this position. You're just ahead. The other team can't kill you anymore. And
They've got Qualifier. Qualifier dead for 40 seconds. Pycat's anti-mage continuing to rise far and far above any other core on the map. 16k net worth on Pycat at the moment. And she's looking to be a pretty unstoppable force. As Alliance, they may have managed to claim that middle set of racks. It's going to be hard for them to take much more anytime soon. Tier 2 still do stand on both side lanes. And both of those side lanes are just constantly forced out onto Alliance's half of the map. Alliance have to somehow try and find a favorable fight, but it's going to be hard into this incredibly stacked, nearly level 20 anti-mage.
And that's big.
Yeah.
Because of the cooldown reduction on Blink, he can be more active in a fight. The chasing potential is almost doubled.
Yep, and we go back to the Lycan pick, but well, that's going to be a dead CM.
Oh, the forces. Oh, Pycat jumps in the grave. They're keeping Insania alive, and now they'll turn. It's a bit of a bait. Can they kill him once? Though they cannot. The blink is there. He's out of the range, and he's back to safety. Pycat doesn't have too much to worry about too. But hang on, Jerax.
Jerax went in with the without his team backing him up.
Can he chase? What can he chase down?
RP is still on cooldown.
He's looking towards No-Tail. Pycat wants to play this safe and keep his distance. He's getting out of there. They'll let No-Tail deal with the big bad wolf as Qualifer's army will beat him down and get the kill. Back towards mid. Bit of a wraparound coming in from Thompson. He's getting some damage in onto the tier 3 tower. Blinks away. Pycat's there by his side. Alliance is trying to chase Pycat. Will blink down to the low ground. They're watching Pycat. Pycat does still have the Aegis.
They can't stun him. That's that's the problem.
They can frostbite him.
He got Manta style ready.
Yeah, he's just out every time with these blink cooldowns.
And the thing about this like I don't actually know what Alliance last picks here because they needed something that could kill AM, right, as a 1-to-1. Like maybe a troll, right? So you could at least bash lock him to point. But all these melee carries that counter
Troll doesn't
AM,
have a bash. Troll doesn't have a bash.
They can net him.
I was good. I was just testing this. And how do you
Did
play?
I pass?
We have a mag that will stun you through BKB, a Pugna that can just kite the crap out of you along with Clock. So they have multiple ways to stun someone through BKB, Lich Armor, and Pugna Decrep to kite you. How do you actually kill anything? What was the pick? I just feel like OG's lineup is handcrafted. This is one of those artistic cheeses.
They've got their hands,
Whoa.
but the force, the save. Pycat's going to jump forward. Manta styles off the control straight away. Looks towards Mickey, but Mickey puts the BKB.
Oh, the
on
fear
the
under
front
the
line,
broom.
they're dragging in Tiger. Tiger still able to get the primal split off Jerax. Hook shots in onto Mickey. Mickey, he'll get the Requiem of Souls off, so the damage reduction is going to be there on OG's attack.
Nice save.
No-Tail forced back to the side. He's been decrepified, but the Rays will finish him off. Alliance, they get the Lich. What more can they get? They'll turn towards Pycat. Pycat's back in the fight, but the army is beating him down pretty low. Blink for just a short
Very
blink to the
close
side.
blink.
Counter spell back up once again. He's focusing down Tiger. Tiger's got the stick charges. He'll continue to chase Alliance. Looking for these kills as Qualifier with the ult. He's got his eyes on Seb. The Magnus being focused down. The Aegis has been taken away. They've lost Seb, OG. And now can Thompson and Pycat hold their own. They're the last two left alive. Quick blast and a jump forward from Thompson. Finishes off the CM. It's Thompson and Pycat.
They're just going for the base.
They can keep fighting OG even with 2 heroes liches up as well. They know all the cooldowns are on the big spells. Shapeshift cooldown, Panda Blink as well.
Thompson is a meteor hammer.
Fortification,
Like,
got forced out.
He's so confident that he's not gonna. He just went full glass cannon and mobility, and you actually can't kill Thompson.
Yeah, I mean they just lost 3 heroes. They just lost the Aegis, but they're still happy to play around him. They know that they have this strength in their draft, and I think this game it really has just been that. You know, Alliance. They've for what they've drafted, I feel like they played well in aspects, but at the end of the day, it's just the fact that their draft it feels almost impossible to win after a certain point against OG's lineup.
Yep.
And at the same time, Alliance just held their base against OG that had an Aegis, and they did okay. They got a couple kills. It could be promising if they
They
find
need more
a
than
good
that.
fight.
They need a lot more than that at this point. They have to kill Thompson or Pycat.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they can't. They can't.
Let's ask Dota Plus. What's the win probability?
It's got to be 90 plus.
Ooh.
92. Okay. Now, how are you stopping this from happening? Pycat just running you down.
RP.
BKB is not going to save you at this point. A Grave will buy some time for Mickey. Does get the Requiem off. No bash as of yet. Mickey still falls from the Mana Void from Pycat. Pycat jumps forward, looking towards Boxy. Boxy will go for the Grave and the TP away, but the Skewer is going to be there to hold him back as Boxy is also dead. Buybacks coming out from Tiger. They do have buybacks left on Boxy and Mickey. They're going to have to use them. As the creep wave's starting to head down mid, Notel's bringing it in for OG. 11k gold lead, and OG looking to break into the middle of the base. As Alliance, what can they do to stop this? Pycap just heads straight in, starts hitting the racks. What's the answer going to be? Constant counter spell usage to make it very hard for any sort of initiation to come out onto the anti-mage. He'll swing back for now as Qualifier moves in with the shapeshift. Looks towards Notel. Notel will be caught out on the side, and they've got the damage to kill him off before he's able to TP away. And with the 3 buybacks, they do look to retreat, but Jerax has been caught out by Primal Split. Tiger throws him up in the air, and they'll find Jerax too, as Alliance will get the 2 supports. It did cost them the triple buyback, though.
I didn't like the Lycan draft, Lycan pick during the draft, and we can see why it's really bad. He can go for Lich only, and you don't want to use a shapeshift just to kill Lich.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I think this meta is super draft focused, but I want to state for the record that the Alliance draft is good, and it would have dominated other styles of play. But OG is just the textbook counter to this sort of all-in push lineup where they just can play so fast and fluid around the map and eventually outscale that. The Lycan never has a chance to shine. But you can see he shreds through heroes. But how do you get the momentum going when you're constantly forced to
Look at the aggression
chase
Pycat.
this
He
anime?
can just blink straight in towards 5 heroes because there's nothing that threatens him.
Yeah. It's rock, paper, scissors at the end of the day. And currently OG is a boulder. And Alliance is trying to play
OG
arts
is
and crafts.
Okay, Shadowfiend wants to get that cooldown reduction. Needs 1.5k gold to get Hex. That could change things a little bit, but again, anti-mage with his new spell.
Yeah, it still makes it. It's scary. You got to be careful with the Hex. Otherwise, you're going to end up locking yourself down, and then immediate destruction is going to be heading your way. Jerax, he's going to see him. Mickey. He's shown. They've got their eyes on him. He's going to have to BKB. The hook shot does come out before the TP was used. Yeah. Jerax a little too quick with the hook shot rather than holding it. There's Tiger. Off the split. These would both be huge kills if they can find them. They're surrounding Thompson and they get the Pugna. Don't get anything more here, Alliance. Pycat counter spell. And a blink out, and he's fine. Qualifier trying to find some sort of target he can go for with the shapeshift. And there really isn't anyone that he can get his claws on. As killing the Pugna, it's a big one, but again, having to commit quite a bit for it. Seb. They do find Seb. He's also someone who's own. Pycat is going to jump across. Pycat straight away with the instant bash. Takes the Dazzle out of the fight. The backliners have gone. As Alliance, they'll lose Insania as well. Pycat instantly from support to support. Taking away the backup that Alliance's cores rely on. They're playing, toying around with Qualifier, dragging him in, dragging him out. As Qualifier will fall. Tiger surrounded by the cogs. Run down by Jerax, Notel, and Thompson. The Brew shortly to fall as well. Chain Frost and a blast from Thompson, and Notel will finish the job off as OG can look to move straight into the middle lane. They have the double damage rune on Pycat ready to destroy the barracks and buildings of Alliance's base. No buyback from Tiger available, and no buyback from Insania either, as this should be a couple more huge objectives for OGs. They clean up the top lane, head down towards the bottom. Alliance, they've probably got one more fight, and then maybe not even that, as Pycat just jumps straight in onto Mickey. That's what he thinks about the SF pick, as GG is called. Game 1 is over, as OG with the Magnus anti-mage strat able to play in a way that made it impossible for Alliance's draft to ever work.
I felt also like anti-mage was obviously working out here, but it could be any core that benefits from not having any lockdown on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, anyone that sort of revels on and has that mobility. I mean, the anti-mage pick was just really nice because Pycat was able to split, push, and push in a way that Yeah, he was never threatened. Like, you saw pretty much for the last 15 minutes of that game, there was no reason for Pycat to ever die.
Anyone want to join on the Shadowfiend hate train?
Well,
Like, this hero feels like he
please-
needs one and a
yeah.
half
The-
more items than
I don't know.
other
I don't know why they're
heroes.
picking SF.
No, it's
Like,
true.
can you
but
explain? Like,
this-
what is good about SF? Why is SF good? Why is
It-
SF better than any other option?
you just
in
haven't seen like
situations?
this wasn't a great SF game because they couldn't hunt mid, and the Clockwork pick I think just shuts him down the whole game.
Yeah.
And you could feel like Shadowfiend wants to be able to do what Tops and Pugna did. That's how you would take over a game. You can play in the enemy jungle, clear waves immediately, and you love when the enemy side, when behind, can't just kill you. Like, you want to be able to run and make them chase you throughout the jungle, make them confused, spam your voice lines.
You want to pick some stuns with your Shadowfiend.
Yeah,
so
you
can
need
land
stuns.
Spells.
You need
Spirit-
something to set up for the rages,
EG
right?
did a nice lineup where they had a Spirit Breaker that just played with the Shadowfiend, much like Clock did with Pugna. Like, you need to activate your SF and let him take over and dominate. He's a hero that snowballs. It wasn't ever going to be a game like that. His tower died at what, like 8 minutes?
We'll talk more about this after a break because we want to be ready for when the next game starts. So stay tuned for Game 2 of the series. Remember, this series will decide which of the two teams will get eliminated and which will move on to the playoffs to face Liquid in the series after this. So stay tuned for more Dota 2. Yeah.